Hello all-nighters. Today we are going to discuss about introduction on compiler design. So first thing, what is a compiler? In order to understand this, let us take a simple example. Consider two human beings. How will they possibly interact? They interact using some languages. It can be English, Tamil or Telugu or whatever the languages the both of them know. But consider a case of a human instructing a computer and to give an output. So he can't communicate it in Tamil or English because the computer understands only bytes, zeros and ones. So human cannot give the instruction directly in zeros and ones because human doesn't know. It is very complex and sophisticated thing to do. So what we'll do is human gives the instruction in some high level languages. High level languages such as C, C++, Java, and these are converted to low level languages using a translator. And this translator is nothing but a compiler. So this is the simple thing. Uh, a complete definition is compiler is nothing but a system software which translates programming languages into a form in which it can be executed by a computer. So simply a compiler is a translator. Now let us look at various types of language processors. The compiler is the first one among the language processors. There are many other things too. The first thing is a compiler. A compiler simply takes the source language and converts it into target language. In the process of this translation, see, this compiler translates simply the source language to target language. In this translation process, it reports errors in the source language that it detects during the translations. It reports error. This is all one of the functionality of this. Now, this target language or target program, it is nothing but an executable machine level program. This it is a executable machine level program. Target program simply takes the input and gives them output. This is one of the first language processor, and the second language processor is an interpreter. In this interpreter, instead of producing a target program as a translation, an interpreter directly executes the operation specified in the source program. Simply, interpreter takes the source program as well as inputs and gives the output. What is the difference in efficiency? All that compare when execution, the compiler, the target language is more efficiently executed than an interpreter. That means a mapping from an input to output is faster in target program generated in compiler than in an interpreter. However, error diagnosis is better in an interpreter because it is executed statement by statement. there can be a language processor which uses both this compiler as well as interpreter. This interpreter is mainly used for Python, and compilation as interpreter combinedly used for Java. In this Java, the source program is first compiled to a bytecode. And now this bytecode is interpreted to give an output. This language, as most of you know, it is cross-platform flexible. That means if this bytecode is generated, it can be generated from any OS like Mac OS or Windows OS. Irrespective of the OS, it can be interpreted in any other different OS also, unlike in C. So this is the case which uses both compiler and interpreter. And that's it for today's video. In the next video, we'll discuss about language processing system. Thank you.